I'm your host, Nitch, and I'm joined here by Force, and we're Men in Black casting. And Wolf are with us as well.
Hi guys.
How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm slept like 12 hours yesterday, so I'm ready to play in my so I can do the best.
It's gonna be sweet. We have StanCifka versus Logan.
Is it like, wait, is it Logan? Is it the same Logan?
I don't think so, but pretty close, maybe.
It might be off season.
Kind of playing Hearthstone, you know, and X-Men.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Off season. So Logan, last time I saw him, it was at VI game, the first one. I have not seen him since then. Have you guys seen him appear in any tournaments, online qualifiers?
He was basically every single qualifier that was played. Yeah.
Okay. How has he played these tournaments?
He was always in the top 16, something like that.
Close but no banana.
No, I know I can. Yeah, with the online qualifiers always so when you see the online qualifier top 16, there's like 12 of the pros always there. So it's really hard to manage through the online qualifiers, but you always see the same faces there.
Yeah, certainly. But it only means that Logan is actually playing a lot of Hearthstone, and he is the person I actually met here in at DreamHack Bucharest in April last year. So he was playing Hearthstone from the very beginning. A great player from Greece, one of the best players in Greece as well. Very active, very cheerful guy.
Yeah.
He loves his
Definitely
druid.
looks more scary than he is. It's like a bear.
That's for sure. Right now he's evil stare. Druid specialist. Like he's always trying different variations of druid, and I think Logan was the first friend on my list who got the golden druid.
Yeah, I mean both of these players are using druid, mage, and warrior here. I doubt we're gonna see the exact same type of decks as well, but it might happen. We haven't seen Logan's decks, so it's gonna be interesting to see what kind he brought. If he also brought the green pattern, I'm expecting the freeze mage though, because that's just so strong right now.
Yeah, but I would like to see a really experienced player with green pattern, because that deck is so hard to play. I mean, to play flawlessly.
Yeah,
you have
for sure.
many outcomes that can be played every single turn, and only one might be the best, and it's not even like the best in this turn. It might be the best in 3 turns later, so it's really hard to play. I really like the deck, but when you think about this type of deck, you want to practice as much as possible.
Yeah, alright guys, the players are ready. Let's see StanCifka versus Logan. The Grim Pattern Warrior versus Freeze Mage.
Yeah, so generally the freeze mage is favored in this matchup, but we know that StanCifka has added armor smiths, and that makes things way different. If you get a full board and then you whirlwind once and then get like this sword, you have a lot of extra armor.
Or whirlwind into Death Spite, into Unstable.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if you kill your own whole board, you just gain so much life, you can just basically pass.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't need to kill him.
I mean, there is still the possibility of him getting an Antonidas and freezing the board. You
And
only
a
have
pair
execute, you don't
Antonidas,
have shield slams or anything, so you only rely on those 2 executes to kill the Antonidas. So that's one way of the mage player taking home the game. But we'll see. I actually think the warrior is favored here with the armor smith.
At least it's not so biased towards the wards like with Control Warrior.
Yeah, that matchup is just ridiculous.
So everything depends on Antonidas? Is like the Antonidas
More about Emperor, I think.
Yeah, what value you get from Emperor is good, but also if the warrior play doesn't get his armor smiths in time, it can be a really big pain.
Alright, there's no armor smith now for Stanislav, and with those weapons, like, well, there's Battle Rage, so he will be able to draw some cards.
Oh, that's a really tough start.
I wonder if these players know what the other guy is playing.
Logan,
As they've been talking to other,
I bet they made some scouting during like the 10 minutes break.
Yeah.
There's no way that Stanislav didn't approach Logan's. Who was he playing
opponents?
against? Yeah.
Logan. Let's see. Logan was playing versus Daniel.
Oh, yeah. So I bet StanCifka approached Daniel and just asked what was the decks that Logan was bringing.
Because Logan was playing versus Daniel off stream. He won 3-1, I believe.
Yes.
We have some updates as well because the other groups are running. We know that Faramir won versus Besmer Motte.
Oh yeah, so the French player, right?
And yeah, Besmer Motte is from France, one of the best French players. And then we had Bakuza win versus Forio from Poland, Maverick winning versus Plouts, and Tom 609 winning versus Xelos.
Yeah, and then in Group D we have Orange losing to Jakruna and Arrow taking against Andre
Kitae, right. So this is the current status, and we are going into the winners matches across those groups. We will be trying to update you as soon as possible.
So definitely a good play here, killing off that mad scientist and playing the Red Crusader to create some kind of pressure, because that's how you win. You like versus when you play Control Warrior, you don't need pressure. You only need survival, and they can't kill you. But in this matchup, you need to be the one killing your opponent before he kills you.
So you play the Tempo Warrior because you gain just like 4 mana with this creature and the Exo Warrior. And what you want to do, both players have Emperor, so now we have to think, do I want to set up the Death Spite after the first Sphere works, or I want to deal the damage with the second Sphere works first before I will equip the Death Spite. And it's not an easy and easy turn to do, because you have to think about turn 7, I would say, when you play the Emperor. So maybe the Death Spite will also make sense after the Emperor.
Yeah, if you play the Death Spite, if you attack here and then play the Death Spite, you can actually whirlwind the Emperor with the Death Spite next turn after that. So you can kill it basically.
Yeah, so that's also very important.
So you need to like equip it here, but he decides to armor up instead. I'm not sure if he's squelched or unsquelched, but
so now he will attack phase and equip second.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh
wow! Ooh, that's interesting.
That's very interesting, because you don't need the War Axe chargers to kill minions. There are not enough minions to kill with all the weapons you have when your opponent is Freeze Mage.
You already saw one Mad Scientist, so the only other things that can happen is basically 2 Lit Orders and the second Mad Scientist.
He is playing anti-killbot as well, but I believe he cut Acolyte for that.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he's trying to make. He said that he's trying to make all his decks really good against aggro, and Acolyte is not super good versus aggro, so I think that's what he cut.
Luther, that's actually Logan. Stanislav had the anti-aggro lineup, and right now Stanislav is playing the Warrior.
Yeah, exactly. Cut the.
But Logan has the anti-aggro as well, I guess.
But StanCifka cut the Acolytes from the Warrior.
Oh yeah, okay.
Wait,
no, he had that. He had the Acolyte. He never got it. He never
he never got it in either game. Yeah. That's true.
One question, I'm confused now. Isn't it Cifka, not Cikva?
Well, there's
Cifka.
a small typo.
Cifka.
That's Cifka.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Cifka.
All right. So first, I have a side question for you, because you play a lot of Freeze Mage. How do you like Freeze Mage as a deck? Because in Hearthstone, most of the decks they do attack phase and they focus on that. Freeze Mage is warping the gameplay a bit.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the old Miracle Rogue. It's kind of like playing solitaire. Like you just deal with the board every turn and you don't really interact that much. That's why I like those kind of decks. Like I like this Grand Pattern Warrior deck as well, because of the same reason.
It also reminds you of the old Miracle Rogue.
There's not a lot of decks right now that has that play style. There's one more that I can't think of.
Is there actually any deck that doesn't remind you of an old Miracle Rogue?
There's a lot of decks.
Like you see Druid and you're like, I remember playing versus old Miracle Rogue with this Druid.
Yeah, no, it's not really like that, but you know.
In before Emperor gets at a new Druid deck.
Yeah. So he has to deal with Emperor before he can play his own Emperor.
So he's kind of
face tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the face tank and use execute. Right?
Yeah, I think
So
there is
Protein,
one
right?
there is one other play where you save the execute, and that's equipping the Death Spite and then equipping a second War Axe to Whirlwind. But
yeah,
that's
not
so
so
many
lot resources.
yeah, that is way too much.
Well, with execute you can still prodding and armor up, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, you definitely attack first though, because you want to damage yourself, because it plays around Alex Rasa.
What about playing? Well, if you play
it's
Frothing
not
first,
he's not gonna play the Frothing.
So he will equip now the second Fury Works.
I'm very wait, what?
I have no idea what's going on, to be honest, you know?
Okay, it seems like
Well, Stanislav told us that he's not that experienced with this deck, but on the other hand, he might have a plan that we are not seeing yet.
Well,
basically he's trying to go for the wombo combo with Floating Berserker and a lot of Whirlwind AoE damage, but that's not really possible versus Mage because they don't have any minions on the board. So you should just play the Floating Berserker when you can get some extra damage with
yeah.
it.
And force your opponent to
Deal with
use
it.
his spells. Because
Exactly.
now we just saw Logan playing passively and just building his board. I mean, board with secrets. And that's not what you want to do against the mage when you don't pressure him already.
I guess he wanted his. Yeah, I mean, he kept everything in his hand because it becomes cheaper anyway.
I don't think you need that.
No,
War Axe,
I don't
like,
think
at
so
all.
either. But you don't really want to equip the War Axe if you find out later that you're gonna have to use the Death Bite instead. So that's why he didn't want to equip anything.
You know
And
that was like turn 3 when he should have just equipped and just went
Yeah,
face
yeah.
to squeeze the damage. Maybe you will not win the game because you're lacking like 6 points of damage, which is just sitting there in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had turn 3 and turn 4 to use that weapon.
Have you seen Stanislav eating something? Like, a shout out to OPOP for...
But he's writing a essay with 50 words now. He's multitasking, so you know, it's due tomorrow.
Well, notes are good actually, and notes helped him win versus D2 3-0. So right now we're going to see if the notes are going to save him versus Logan.
Yeah. So there's the Armorsmith. You can play Warsong Commander, Grim Patron, and Froding for 9 mana. You can't really squeeze in the Armorsmith in there, which is sad, because that would have been really good to play all 4 of those and
yeah,
Whirlwind.
and just build up your armor insanely high. And I think that's what you should do with that Armorsmith. You should wait when you can spam the Grim Patrons and the Commander and the Armorsmith at the same time and activate everything.
But yeah, it's actually impossible for him to play all those 4s at the same turn.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's 11 mana, but he's... Whoa, this is really weird to me.
Why didn't he play the Armorsmith now?
Oh, so he's gonna go for card draw here. Battle Rage.
So he's...
Yeah, he really likes card
But
draw.
this is super weird to me. He could have gotten so much armor here.
and it's turn 8. So
I
if
think
there would
it's
be an
mostly-
Alex Straza, right?
Yeah,
He would have just lost.
But still, I think like he's just not seeing the way to win the game with just armor. Like he doesn't think he's going to lose here.
I've actually never played with Armorsmith, so I'm not sure if you can actually out heal or out armor the damage of a freeze mage with just 2 Armorsmiths.
Well, look at that. You would just gain like 6 armor from that.
Yeah.
Even more because
is-
you have
it is-
Inner
it i-
Rage.
It is possible. I'm not quite sure, but the fact that he didn't play it was very weird to me.
Well, he got an army of dwarves.
Why not Flame Strike now? It's
Because the board is full. I think that's his reasoning. So he can't play anything, and that's basically what I think.
but you know that he just can play second Battle Rage if he wants.
You can inner. What
Yeah,
about like? Inner
But then he
rage?
can Flame Strike next turn anyway.
Well, he can whirlwind
I mean,
and just keep attacking here.
Yeah.
yeah.
He left the commander on board, which is... I don't like that at all.
He's probably saving the Flame Strike for Froding Berserker
Yeah, but
and
look at the-
Armorsmith.
Look at now that. He will just destroy the Doomsayer with ease.
He will execute it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't get any minions, that's the thing. Because they spawn
Why
before.
didn't slam first?
Good question.
You
He
can
probably
slam one creature, right?
Yeah.
Just to kill it to make space.
he probably
Yeah.
didn't know.
He will then play the Berserker and then Whirlwind
Yeah.
and then kill the...
It looks like he
Doomsayer.
was actually surprised by this result because he's now thinking again. He's usually been like thinking a lot and then played every card on turn, but now
Yes.
he's like,
He
Why,
was...
why didn't I get my dwarves?
Yeah.
Where are my dwarves, man?
Where is my stack?
Where
Where is my
everyone?
stack from Magic, dude? It doesn't work this way.
So that execute is the last execute. So he has no
Yes.
execute for Antonidas if that Antonidas Frost Nova. So this is actually gonna be really bad for the warrior player.
He could have just gone with this slam, frauding, Whirlwind, kill
Yeah.
the
Well, he
Doomsayer or
missed the
just
attack.
deal.
Oh my god, he forgot that 1 damage and equipping
Yeah,
that War
yeah,
Axe.
yeah.
The good thing about this, though, is that he still has a spot on the board, which is really important because that's the only way he can actually kill this Antonidas by playing a minion here with charge and killing it with a weapon.
But wait, he can. Now he can't use the slam.
Oh, Inner Rage.
Oh wait, now it's different. So now you can play the Floating Berserker, slam one of your Grim Patrons, then you can Inner Rage a Grim Patron, and get the additional damage that we can use then to kill the Antonidas. Right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, you can, but I think you keep them. I don't think you need to use them.
Oh, this is actually pretty
Unstable
cool.
goes way
Yeah,
better, never mind. Yep, but you lose the commander this way.
If you lose the commander, you lose charge as well, right?
Yeah,
All right.
but
so
the dudes spawned before, so they get to charge.
okay.
And the Floating Berserker still got it before.
Yeah, so this one is gonna have charge
Mhm.
because the effect happens before the Warzone commander dies.
Yep.
And he's gonna face tank this with a Fire War Axe, I believe,
Why?
because like he's gonna take damage from Alexstrasza anyway, so that damage doesn't really matter.
But
I
they
mean,
have free armor.
yeah, but I think he's gonna have enough armor anyway. I mean, he can proc it. Yeah, it's true.
That's actually a pretty sick turn. Not only he kills Antonidas,
Yeah.
he also procs the block.
That
Get
is
some
really well
armor.
done. And it wouldn't happen if there would be a Flame Strike
And also,
instead of the Holy Nova Blizzard thing.
oh yeah, but it
Yeah.
also shows like how there is an Alexstrasza pickup that it might be. If he bought, Logan can actually escape, but still.
Yeah,
like,
how is he gonna deal with this Alexstrasza?
Look at that. He would have, if he would use the Flame Strike turn 7, he wouldn't have
Yeah.
to deal with such armor right now.
Mhm.
There would be no way of stacking so much armor.
What's really interesting to me is that the Green Pattern deck is using so many strategies, like sequencing is so important. Like when the minions are getting spawned, do I get
Yeah.
charged here? When I'm getting a dude, when I'm not getting a dude. Like we've seen it here. Like StanCifka had a small hiccup when he hit the full board with Whirlwind, but then that last turn was just amazing.
Yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
what I said. This deck is insanely hard to play flawlessly. I don't think anyone plays it flawlessly yet. It will take like 3 weeks.
There is
to
like one
anyone.
person,
There-
but he's actually between us on this couch. He played a lot.
You?
No, you.
Me? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty good with it. I'm not perfect. I think that the bigger problem is that no one found the ultimate deck for it yet. Everyone is using
yeah.
different combinations and different cards, and no one found out which card is actually the best in this new Miracle Warrior.
I really like the deck and how
I'm
skill
almost
intensive
out
it
of
is.
cards. Look at that.
Oh, damn. Fatigue time. So that Dr. Boom is actually going to be really important, but he doesn't really have any other answer to Alexstrasza except for Dr. Boom.
So how much damage is that?
Dr.
You take
Boom
one, you take additional 2 next turn, so you have 3 damage. So you will be at with the armor, you will be at 25.
Guys, Boom is lethal almost. Like you play Boom, you play Warzone Commander, you attack with the bombs, and then you just cross your fingers that bombs kill.
The bombs
Ice
should
Block
do
is-
5.
Yeah. No,
Icebook is not effective versus bombs
Yeah.
because
it's
that's
a great way to kill the freeze mage.
Yeah, he's gonna put him down to 6, and then the bombs needs hits for 3 in average each.
that's an
No.
amazing way to win the game,
It is not likely, but it is very possible.
and you're actually not losing.
I still think the
Like, you can
Fairy
make the-
War Extend 3 was a mistake.
Yeah.
That would be in such a different game if that damage would have been dealt before.
Oh, he doesn't see the play or he
Yeah,
doesn't want to do it.
I think he sees the play, but is thinking that he could win this game without gambling. So
The problem is...
Alexstrasza with no
Yeah.
more executes and
wait. Do you have 2 fireballs and frostbolt? That's 15.
He's thinking whether or not he has the shield slam, but he has no shield slam, and he should know that this doesn't run any
Yeah.
shield slam. So there's no point in removing the armor. I think you should Alexstrasza.
I'm not sure here. Like, I wouldn't say anything because I might be wrong with any play here.
It's actually he's gonna take 2 fatigue damage, so he can't kill him next turn because he only has 15 damage plus 8.
I don't like this at all. You don't gain anything from the fatigue damage.
Yeah,
this way.
yeah, it's really bad. He just realizes it now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Oh, he's gonna Alexstrasza himself then. Okay, that makes
then
sense.
Now it makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a very difficult choice because like people don't play versus Green Pattern that much. Like this is the new deck. It's a very difficult deck to play. So
Mhm.
how much experience do you have in this
You-
matchup?
Well, you know what's left. You know one Green Pattern is left.
Yeah.
You know one Warsome Commander is left. You know one Armor Smith is left, and you know one Threat Berserker is left because those are always played in two. So and you can assume there's a second pirate.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sure
sure.
about that. But you know almost the whole hand of your opponent. So to be honest, I didn't like the last turn at all from StanCifka.
I think like Logan was still afraid that like Straza can die.
But now, what do you do against this board?
That's 5, 6. That's it. Like you Alex Straza yourself when you're dead.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You can Icelands.
That doesn't charge, so the bombs will be charging.
5, 6.
Yeah, but
And the Floating Berserker.
but he can't whirlwind though. Is it lethal? Is it like 5, 6?
It should be lethal. You have the Floating Berserker
Yeah.
and the bomb, so you play the Floating first, then Dr. Boom.
If the bomb both
Then
hits
the-
Alexstrasza?
No, it doesn't really
yeah.
matter, because you just stacked it with the attack from the Floating Berserker. You just go nuts with that.
No wait, like you can't attack with Dev's Bite.
No,
would
yeah,
you
that's,
need
that's
it?
what I said. But I think it's not lethal actually. It's 5, 6 damage.
It's 10.
7, 8 damage.
You gain,
10 damage, and then the bomb damage needs to hit his face for
but the bomb damage are stacking with the Floating Berserker.
yeah, it can hit the minion, but it can't hit for 1 and 1.
But if
then
it hits the Alexstrasza, then it still buffs
Yeah,
the
I
Floating
know.
Berserker, right? So it shouldn't be any up.
if both bombs hit the
Look at that.
the
Now,
Sylvanas, then
5, that's 5, that's 6, 7, that's 8 at least. So that's 8, 9, 14. Oh.
yeah, that's
Oh,
that's what I
okay,
said.
you're right.
One
Sorry. Yeah,
damage
you're better.
of
Yeah.
lethal.
1 damage of lethal.
Bible thumb.
No, actually, it's lethal because
Oh, yeah,
he hit
no.
with the arm
You
switch.
see?
Yeah, yeah,
You see?
Ah, okay.
yeah.
So I was right.
yeah.